The mid-January dawn broke over the Redstone Plains with a relentless, crystalline frost, the 200-acre Texas ranch stirring awake beneath a vast sky streaked with pale turquoises, fiery ambers, and fleeting threads of silver that glowed at the horizon like a molten dawn, the lake a shimmering expanse of liquid ice reflecting the first light, its surface quivering under a frigid breeze that sliced through the frost-crusted grasses, carrying the sharp scent of frozen sage, damp clay, the musky tang of cattle huddled in their pens, and a faint curl of wood smoke from the ranch house's hearth, wildflowers locked in sparse, defiant patches of yellow and purple along the water's edge, their petals encased in glittering ice. Trembling against a cold that clawed at their brittle stems, ancient oaks standing as unyielding sentinels, their gnarled branches swaying in a slow, mournful dance, casting jagged shadows across the frost-glazed earth, their bark etched with the scars of countless winters, but at the heart of the ranch. Beneath the redstone oak where the plains converged in a gentle rise, John Parker, a rugged 54-year-old cowboy in a weathered Stetson, stood rooted, his boots crunching the frost with a brittle snap. As a cataclysmic pulse tore through the silence, a quantum horizon void resonator, its towering, obsidian frame erupting from the soil like a malignant scar, its apex flaring with a corrosive indigo glow as it sought to unravel the verdant Nexus's radiant core, a blazing fusion of sapphire, amethyst, and topaz lights surging beneath the oak, linking the northwest, northeast, and southeast nodes in a pulsating web that thrummed with raw, eternal power. Victor Drake descending from a black armored helicopter landing on the rise, its blades slashing the air with a relentless roar, his tailored suit a stark silhouette against the wild terrain, his voice booming over the resonator's pulse with cold, apocalyptic fury. The Nexus is finished, Parker, Redstone's mind to erase. John drawing his revolver with a swift, practiced motion, the cold steel steady in his calloused hand. Firing a shot that sparked off the resonator's casing with a sharp clang, the sound reverberating across the plains like a thunderclap, his growl cutting through the icy air. "You're on my land. Drake, rip that machine out or I'll bury you with its ashes." Sarah Bennett racing from the barn, her breath fogging in the freezing air, her boots skidding on frosted gravel, rifle cocked and raised. Her shout piercing the chaos, they're unraveling the Nexus. Frank Hensley charging down from the ridge, his bulk heaving under a heavy coat, shotgun grip tight, his voice a thunderous bellow. Quantum's throwing everything, the air crackling with defiance, desperation, and the raw edge of survival, a swarm of quantum drones buzzing low, their sleek black shells glinting like polished obsidian, indigo lasers slashing through the frost with surgical precision, searing the ground into steaming scars. The lake's frosted glow dimming beneath a roiling cloud of dust, frost, and unrelenting menace, the wildflowers trembling, their roots deep in the Texas soil. The past week had been a relentless crucible after the Nexus's eternal awakening, Redstone's gates fortified with steel, chain, and unyielding resolve. The sign, Redstone endures, permission only, a resolute marker of John's unbreakable stand, the co-op's railway humming with shipments of winter barley, pecans, wheat, kale, and early oats. Their steel tracks glinting under a pale January sun, Clara May's silo gleaming with fresh paint, its silhouette a symbol of rebirth against the frost-dusted horizon. Steve and the Enclave patrolling tractorway with quiet vigilance, their lanterns swaying like fireflies along the gravel path, casting pools of warm light on the icy ground. Tessa and Ethan rigging tin can alarms with renewed fervor, their small hands tugging at twine, their chatter a defiant spark in the bitter cold, Dakota prowling the trails with ears pricked, his heeled legs strong, his low growls a warning to any shadow that lingered, Michelle knitting scarves by the hearth, the soft click of needles blending with the fire's crackle. A fleeting comfort against the storm, but the verdant Nexus's eternal power burned in John's gut like a relentless fire. Lena Carter's ledger, its pages brittle, ink faded but urgent, mapping the node's convergence into a nexus, confirmed by Dr. Elenina Chin's detectors spiking during a midnight sweep. The nexus is eternal. It's reshaping the plains. Chun warned, her glasses fogging as she recalibrated the device under lantern light, Lena adding, "Quantum's cornered. They'll destroy everything to claim it," John's eyes narrowing, his jaw tightening as he leaned against the barn's weathered wall. "They'll throw hell itself." New weapons, old grudges, Sarah beside him. Her rifle slung over her shoulder, nodding grimly. Drake's got Vance. Eli's the key. That dawn, riding out to the oak after Jess's tip of a quantum escalation, the frost stinging his face, the cold biting at his knuckles through his gloves. He'd caught the resonator's pulse rising like a beast roar, a storm shattering the fragile peace he'd clawed back, the wildflowers enduring, their roots deep in the Texas soil. The confrontation erupted into a chaotic, apocalyptic blaze, the drones descending in a merciless swarm, their sleek shells glinting like polished obsidian in the pale light. Indigo lasers searing the ground with ruthless precision, frost melting into blackened, steaming scars that smoked in the cold, John dodging a beam that grazed his coat, the heat singeing the leather. Rolling behind a frost-covered boulder with a grunt, his heart pounding, his revolver barking as he fired, the shot cracking a drone's hull with a satisfying crunch. Sending it spiraling into the frost in a plume of dust and sparks, Sarah shouting over the deafening din, "Protect the Nexus! It's their only shot!" Her rifle spitting fire. Its report echoing off the rise, another drone tumbling, its wreckage crunching against the frozen ground, Frank's shotgun roaring like a thunderclap, a third drone exploding midair. Shrapnel raining down like jagged hail, Matt and Tom flanking from the ridge, their boots slipping on the icy incline, rifles blazing in a relentless cacophony of defiance. Hold him off. Keep him from the oak. Victor remaining unfazed, barking orders from the rise with a cold, predatory sneer, his operatives fanning out in tactical precision. Their black gear stark against the frost-dusted plains, a disruptor thudding into the dirt near the oak, its sleek casing humming with a high-pitched wail that fractured the Nexus's light into jagged, flickering shards. Lena sprinting from the barn, her breath fogging, her boots slipping on loose gravel, the verdant tablet clutched tight, its symbols glowing with eerie intensity. They'll unravel the web. Stop it now. Her voice raw with panic, John aligning the regulation key, its etched runes flaring with a burst of radiant light. A shockwave rippling outward through the frost, the disruptor shorting with a sharp crackle and a puff of acrid smoke. But Victor's laugh echoed, chilling and triumphant, "You're finished. Parker, the plains are ours." The resonator's indigo glow intensifying, the Nexus's light wavering like a heart in distress. Hank's co-op, truck roaring up, gravel spraying. "We're here, Quantum's all in." Matt shouting, "They've got Mechs west." Tom firing, "We're pinned." The wildflowers trembling, their roots deep in the Texas soil. Midday brought a co-op council at Clara May's ranch, the air thick with tension, the bitter tang of burnt coffee mingling with the bite of frost, the porch creaking under 60 farmers, Hank pacing. "Nexus is ours. Quantum's desperate. Clara May firm. Parker's our rock. Lila. Now Quantum's pawn, snarling. He's death. $200,000 to ditch him." Roy countering. "They'll gut us." Jet adding. "My kids starve if we fold." Mary shouting. "Drones hit my barn." Cal grumbling. "Pump's gone." John steady. "Unity's our blade." Sarah showing Vance's laptop. Drake's plans chin warning. "Nexus could reshape everything." Lila bolting. "I'm done." Hank roaring. "She's poison." Jess vowing. "I'm solid." The vote teetering, the wildflowers enduring, their roots deep in the Texas soil. Afternoon saw Lila's ambush. Vance at the north field. Drake wants the co-op crushed. John intercepting. "Lila, you're finished." Lila sneering. "You're dust." Eli emerging. "John, stop." John pleading. "Break free." Eli faltering. "Can't." Fleeing. Sarah noting. "He's breaking." Jess proving loyalty. Vance's next meet. Dawn. The wildflowers trembling. Their roots deep in the Texas soil. Night unleashed Quantum's counterstrike. A convoy hitting the southeast. Drones torching a granary. Flames roaring. John and the Ridge Riders racing over. Dakota snarling. Michelle with Tessa and Ethan signaling. Red flares. John dousing the blaze. Frank tackling Eli. Drake's slave. Eli escaping. "It's over." The southeast node pulsing. Chin shouting. "Nexus is alive." The wildflowers enduring, their roots deep in the Texas soil. Dawn rallied the co-op. Hank vowing. "Lila's gone. We're steel." Clara May assigning patrols. Roy firm. "No surrender." John fortifying the Nexus. Shipments rolling. Steve's enclave guarding. Ain't breaking. Quantum retreating. The wildflowers trembling. Their roots deep in the Texas soil. John sat by the oak, bourbon warming his hand, Sarah beside, Eli's lost, Lena adding, Webb's unstoppable, the plains defiant, the wildflowers enduring, their roots deep in the Texas soil.